Welcome to the Indian Silicon Valley podcast. I'm your host, Jibraj, and today I have with me the founder of somebody who's building India's largest lifestyle brand. Thank you so much, Aman, for joining me. I'm absolutely delighted to be hosting you today.
Thank you, Jobra. Thank you for calling me. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so much, Aman. And I'm especially excited because what you've been able to done with Boat, I think, is unprecedented and is going to create a wave that is going to help so many young entrepreneurs to follow their to follow their dreams and make the brands of tomorrow. But before we get there, I want to understand the precursor to your boat journey, right? Because very interestingly, it turns out I don't know how many people are aware, but you're a CA turned marketing fanatic turned entrepreneur, right? So if you can take us through that journey of how life was before boat and what gave birth to the entrepreneur in you, I think that'll set us up perfectly well for the rest of the conversation.
Yeah, so yeah, you rightly said I'm a chartered accountant by qualification. In India, we were born in a time when people used to say engineer ban jao, CA ban jao, three idiots way of life, right? And I was one of them, and my dad said CA kar lete hain, to maine CA kar li. But eventually, I don't like finance at all. I hate numbers. I feel like the Chil Safari of Tare Zameen Pe when I see finance. So after that, when I became a chartered accountant, it was around 21 years old. After that, I've never done finance in my life. Uh, Either my dad used to do it initially, or my co-founder Samir used to do it. Now we have a full team doing it. But marketing is something which actually not marketing. I love sales. If you ask me, I'm a salesman at heart. And when I started this company, it was more for sales. But Samir and I decided who will be a better marketer, and we decided that I'm still better than him. Maybe like 1%, and that's why I took marketing. But marketing, I started liking marketing more. So, and sales is only because of the marketing we do. So marketing helps me sell more.
Right.
So for anything for sales, if
Mhm.
if if marketing is helping me sell more, I'll do marketing like that. So now we did not have a big marketing team. We just hired for professional marketers in last 1 year, but otherwise it was us, leading marketing. I feel marketing is, my calling is sales and marketing,
Mhm.
and that's what I'm doing.
No, that's awesome. I think that transition is amazing. And I remember you mentioning that, the CA skills of frugality have really helped you in the journey of building Boat. But coming to Boat, right, building such an iconic brand must have, again, now we can map all the dots, right? But I'm sure it was not as easy when you started. So if you can turn back time and if you can take us through the early journey of what got you started in a industry which is known as competitive, right? I'm sure there was apprehensions around it. I'm sure people must have objected. If you can take us to the 0 to 1 journey of what happened before we started knowing the brand Boat, I think that would be wonderful.
Yeah, so challenges were there, man. Yeah, you rightly said commoditized space, and we had some bad Indian brands in the telecom side which didn't do well at all. So we were always judged by the cover, but everybody says that don't never judge by a book by its cover, and it's what inside that counts. But that's those just phrases which nobody did until Kaval came in. Kaval took a bet on us, and we are very happy to tell that we did very well for him as his portfolio company. But people in India, especially the investors, they don't take too much risks. They'll do probably what is X of USA, right, or Y of USA, and there was no story which they could build that whether I am one of the success cases in US which can be copied. And no, we weren't. So we had to create our own space, and I'm very happy in hindsight that we did not get investment earlier, because we would have been a little we would have had a different journey till now. And I'm very happy with the journey we've had without investments till a stage. And that when investments were needed, people like Kaval came in, and I love people. I love Kaval. I always say that. So people like him are helped us grow well. So we need investments now. We needed investments now, but we're still a profitable company. If we don't get investments, it's not that we won't grow. We'll still grow at our own pace, but maybe we
Right.
don't grow structurally, organizationally well.
Right.
But that's us.
No, that's perfect. But can you help us also understand what was your insight? Like what got you into the audio space, into the wearable space? What was different about it that you thought you could make a difference, right? What was the initial thought process and how did that get validated from the consumer at the very start?
Yes, we were always looking for a product which was Indian in nature.
Mhm.
When I say that, I mean is what I mean is that our our base is different, our sound profile is different.
Right.
Second, I always say that our product needs to be logically priced, not heavy, not less.
Mhm.
And marketing was something which we were looking at. The consumer was changing. Changing consumer needed changing products. D2C as an industry was evolving and not evolving, it's evolving now. It was growing then. It was starting off, it was taking birth. And we were the first few people who took birth in the D2C world.
Mhm. Right. No, that makes sense. But okay, now that you had the brand, like now we've understood, getting the brand and understanding there was an insight to it. How did you think of the product, right? Because from your previous interviews, you mentioned that the manufacturing is external, but the inside, the design, the way you want to build the product is pretty much internal, right? So help us understand what is the first couple of launches like? How did you get that consumer love? How did you double down on it? Everything that was part of the early journey, that would be very exciting to know.
So that's also a good question. For us, like Amazon says, consumer always at the crux, right? It's a very
Yes.
boring statement, but it is actually true.
Mhm.
Grahak Bhagwan hota hai, right? Which is what I will believe in, that, if you are able to satisfy him or her, right? And if
Mhm.
you are able to give the products which he needs, like India को ना, India में ना उस time पे ना कुछ category also was a very nascent category.
Huh.
So there are a lot of, I'll break it down in our category. It was divided in a few parts, right? There was one, I would say our category was used as communication device, right? Our headphones, which today is now, very critical because of Zoom way of life. But earlier also people started using. Second, it started becoming recreational as a brand.
Mhm.
Uh, Functional, aspirational was the third element. Aspirational was the third element.
Mhm.
Aspirational क्या हो गया ना, people used to wear headphones on their neck rather than on their head. That was what was changing, and the
Yeah.
market was changing, right? And those were our initial days. From there, we've learned a lot. How consumer thinks, what he thinks, how do we change our product. The headphone wired became wireless to true wireless when it was both ears. That is now becoming, wearables is becoming huge. Our customer are, we want to take more share. So hearables and wearables is something which is counted together. Like you wear it on your head or you wear it on your wrist. It's the same thing, right? So we've gone into wearables. That's become super successful for us. So we changed as we went along. Was that your question, Jivraj?
Yeah, more or less. I just wanted to understand, how did you get that first version of the product, right? Because now we know that you're in, becoming a full product suite where
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a person could have everything of board to fulfill their, wearable needs, right? Be it a
yes,
headphone,
yes.
earphone, a watch, anything. But yeah, the early part of it, how did you get that right?
So the first product we launched was this cable. It was a wired cable, right? It was our first product. This was a use case. Headphone ना यहाँ लगाते थे ना, sorry,
Ah,
कार यहाँ लगाते थे, this used to break, right, from
ah,
this side.
right, right.
So we thought that let's make a stronger cable. We called our cables as indestructible cable, and that cable till now is selling. They're the number one seller of cables still now. So we started off with something which was quite basic. Our name was made on cables, and then the consumer started trusting us. So the first products are very critical for any consumer, because that's the first time he's getting into your brand promise. Once your promise is made, then you get into more things. But first
Right.
product is very critical for your life. That's
Absolutely.
what is important in a D2C world, because if once you gain his trust, because there are a lot of people who spend billions of dollars on marketing and advertising and brand building, whereas you have come in as somebody who's more of a challenger brand. So for you, that product is important. The promise of the brand comes from the product, and then You can make a person buy the product, but for him to be a brand, for that company to be a brand, it has to be house of products. It can't be one product wonder, right? Because that
Absolutely.
one product will be copied by 20 other people. But then you have to have a house of products where you have
Right.
keep evolving yourself into different products and start get into that consumer journey. But that
Yeah.
as the consumer is ready to try today. But if you're not able to solve his, if you're not able to give a buck for, a bang for his buck, right? Or
Yeah.
something which he wants, he will never buy you again. So
Yeah.
make sure that
That,
the first product is always right. That's what
that is,
I would tell your
yeah.
fellow entrepreneurs, or to be entrepreneurs from your channel here.
Yes. No, no, absolutely. I completely agree, because now that the trust is there, I remember you mentioning that 20,000 units of this new product were sold in the first hour of its launch, right?
Yes, first
Recently.
minute. Yeah.
First minute, exactly. So, I mean, those are staggering numbers, and it's just so heartwarming to understand those humble beginnings have now led to such a prolific brand. And I want to now ask, about the brand, because it's very difficult to talk about boat and not talk about the boat heads, the brand that you have built, and just the prolific presence that is out there, right? So plug into Nirvana, this entire cult that you are building now. Help us understand, Aman, how much of this was a focus at the start, and how has this evolved, and what are the things that you've gotten right through this journey, and what are the wrongs as well, right? I mean, because there's this saying, right? First time founders focus on product, second time founders focus on distribution. You got both of them right, and it'll be interesting to hear how you got it right, and what were the things along the journey that made it happen.
Yeah. So for the point of first time entrepreneurs getting the product right or distribution right is something I'm also hearing for the first time. That's good. But frankly speaking, I didn't think too much about all these things. I just did the right things, is what Samir and I always believe in doing the right thing. That बॉस अगर प्रोडक्ट बेचना है तो मार्केटिंग तो करनी पड़ेगी.
Mm-hmm.
मार्केटिंग करेंगे और फुद्दू प्रोडक्ट बेचेंगे तो वो फिर से नहीं खरीदेगा. So it's like
Loop.
it's like a loop, right? So you have to sell the right product, but to sell the right product, you need to market it well. And to market it well, you need to also be at a place where he's selling, where he's buying, right? So we were online first, and that is the distribution. Marketing for me is basics, 4 Ps: price, product, place, promotion. That's it. बचपन में सीखा था, क्लास 11th में. उसके बाद से जो सीखा है सब जरूरत नहीं पड़ी कभी. बट प्रोडक्ट अच्छा होना चाहिए, प्राइस अच्छा होना चाहिए, प्रमोशन ठीक ठाक करो, और जहाँ बेचना है वहां बेचो. बस सिंपल फंडा है मेरा मार्केटिंग का.
Perfect. Nay, that really helps keeping it simple. But coming to the boat heads part of it, right? While we understand that boat heads is the central community of the brand, help us understand, how do you keep it at scale, right? Now that you've reached such a point where it's difficult to focus on a community which is small, a smaller piece of the entire pie, how do you ensure that you still cultivate so I want to be a boat head today because of the tribe that it has now created. How have you been able to do
Yeah.
that, and how do you continue doing that, is a question that I think will fascinate everyone listening it.
Yeah, Boathead is important, guys. As you rightly said, that we did not have a lot of investment in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did not. So for us, Boatheads are the ones who made us. We are who we are because of them. These are cult followers who start, and the advocates of your brand. They are brand advisors. They start telling people outside and start advocating the brand to other people around you, and they advise you to mail the product properly. They keep
Right.
giving you advice on what is the next. So is this the boatheads who, because of which we were able to do well. It is the boatheads because of which we were able to sell well, and we are able to do cross category launches, right?
Yep.
Boat as a brand is known for headphones, right? Boat as a product is known for headphones. Boat as a brand was known when we started selling wearables. That was the brand is arrived, where you can now, the boatheads will love you even for wearables, right?
Yeah.
A brand which is entering into a new category, suddenly selling headphones, say wearables, and also getting the required traction. That means the brand is arrived, right? Means
Yeah.
the consumers are ready to trust you. That means the boatheads, the advocates are increasing. और वो पता है क्या होता है? वो बोलते थे ना, first you sell to 10 and then this 10 will say to 100, 100 to 1000.
Yeah.
For us, word of mouth has worked very well. And
Mm.
we have advantage of being in a category where consumers talk, right? Like the headphones, you are supposed to talk also, right? So
Yeah.
second, cannot jokes apart, but youngsters talk to each other, right? They
Yes.
review, they talk about the product in category in different forums. They'll talk about you in social media. They'll
Mm,
talk about you in reviews. They love talking, and that's where the message of love
mm,
spreads. That's where the message of brand love spreads across to different
right.
people. And if I'm able to convince you to buy my product,
Yeah.
and if you like it, you're in a conversation and you're wearing a headphone and you're going to college, which is my target market. And the college guy says, "Oh, did you try both? This is an amazing brand." And they tried it. And then they tried it. And then they told their third friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how the
That's
message
the
spread, right?
loop. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started using a lot of marketing money, which, Samir and I did not take out money for till last year. We did not even take salaries last 2 years back, right? So we started pouring all the money back into business, and that helped us.
Further.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. I love all of this. I think, a constant theme of doing the right things, keeping it basic, but doing it well is just emerging from this conversation. But I want to shift gears and understand more about the team now, Aman. And yesterday
Yeah.
itself, the LinkedIn thing came out and you posted very nicely that the culture is so entrepreneurial at Boat, and there's a no bullshit culture of no politics, nothing of the kind. Help us understand what that culture means for you, and how have you as a founder really thought about the culture beyond the different aspects of things, right? Because you could be thinking about metrics, sales, whatnot today, right? But you have also emphasis on culture. So if you can take us through that entire thought process, I think that would be lovely.
Cultures of, I feel that, boat is built for because of boat heads, but the culture of our company is something which, our attrition rate is just 3%. The founding team, the first 20 people are still with me, right? Those are the ones who built a culture of the 200. And the culture of boat is very open culture. My marketing head, uh, the guy who joined us for marketing is actually my product head because he found his interest more in products. So I myself learned from doing what I love, and then eventually the world loves you back. Every day I come to the office not crying. I love what I'm doing, and
Yeah.
inshallah, God gave me that opportunity to do what I love, and I want that opportunity to be given to all my team members. I don't want them to do what they don't want to do, right? And if they like what they do, they'll not find it as a work. So I try to find that passion points that's what I did in the initial team. And I ignited those passions, right? The sales head actually, the guy who joined my sales was actually also doing operations. And there was one time he sat on a truck to give delivery, right? Because it was an important first shipment for us.
Mm.
Those are some of the things which built this company. We had an offsite 5 days back, and that offsite was planned by my operations head, not the head operations manager,
Mhm.
not the HR or the training or the admin team. So in both, and I saw that spark in her that she loves entertaining people and making, entertaining in the sense that she loves to ensure that everybody is happy around her. So I said, why don't you give it a try? And she loved it, right? And
Yeah.
she's saying, I want to do more of this.
Yeah.
So you don't know what, in our country, I was asked to study history, civics, science, commerce, maths, no, not commerce, but business studies. भाई क्या क्या पढ़ा है हमने 10th तक तो सब कुछ ही पढ़ा संस्कृत तो हमें ना हम लोग वेस्ट बहुत करते हैं मुझे लगता है कभी कभी अपनी
Mm.
लाइफ और
Uh,
and then we get I was in business school, everybody was becoming doing finance and strategy, and they said कि यही कर लेते हैं because इससे ना दूसरे areas में जाना बड़ा easy हो जाता है like you do science because it becomes easy to go to commerce because a commerce guy cannot do science. You do finance and strategy because it's easy to do any other thing. अरे भाई जो अच्छा लगा है वो कर लो ना. So
uh,
I feel that in our company, our culture also I want to bring is do what you like. And then every day is a Sunday and every day is a Monday. You don't feel, they work 24/7. I work for them. I don't, as I said on my LinkedIn, as you read, I actually don't feel like a boss here. In fact, the first day we gave ESOPs to my employees, they were sitting in my room and they were saying like, boss, now we are also owners. Can you
Yeah.
please do this for us? So that empowerment, that
Yes.
culture of, I've seen it, I've worked in corporates and I've seen ज्ञानबाजी ज्यादा पेलते हैं, बातें करते रहते हैं, they waste time,
Yeah.
analysis, paralysis, panchayats, बैठो, आ जाओ, बैठ के बातें करेंगे. And then debates, they're good. I'm not saying they're bad. I
Mm.
don't like it. So it might be good for some companies and might not be good for all companies. So we wanted to build a company with a culture which is unique to both.
Mm.
And we are happy to build it. And LinkedIn yesterday recognized that we have something which is brewing very differently. People want to join us. People want to be a part of both, which makes us feel that the culture is here to stay. And I also said that it's a challenge now with the team growing to maintain that culture. And it's tough, bro. I'm telling you, it's tough. And Vivek, me and Samir and I are all working towards how do we maintain that culture while becoming more organized? How do we hustle while creating that muscle in the hustle? How do we bring that method to our madness?
Yeah.
We need to be mad, but and at the stage we are in, we need to have a method.
Yeah.
So many things, man. So many things we have to do.
Yeah. Wow, no, I love that, Aman. I think very, very you said a lot of crucial things in the flow, but those are really meaningful. Just the way you simplified it, right? Like if we can all do the things that we love instead of getting caught up in processes, I think life would be so much more happier for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I just hope, yeah, we get the right talent
Yeah.
with people hearing your podcast, which is a very popular one, right? I hope we get some more applications of good people who want to, come to our company, work with us, help us grow more.
Absolutely. I can't think that would be a trouble, but in fact, I want to understand more from you as to how does, a relatively young kid convince so many of the founding members in their vision? So if you can perhaps tell us what was the early hires like, right? Like how did you convince some of the early people to join and believe in your vision? And what do you do now, right? Like when you're hiring a senior personnel, are you still involved in the hiring or is it become decentralized? How do you make some pivotal decisions? I remember, like, I think shortly before a CEO was also hired. So talk us through how has there been a transition between the early hires and now that you are an established brand, what do you look for in senior personnel? I think that would be great.
So there are a lot of questions you ask, and sometimes with my low attention span, I forget
No,
the first
so
part of the question.
the first part is
So,
basically early hires, anything that you had to. So earlier, the vision is the only thing
yeah,
you have, perhaps,
early
right?
hires, and then how did you hire the recent
Senior
guys? So
person. Yeah.
early hires were more on energy, on passion,
Hmm.
and attitude.
Right.
They want to do something, they want to uh, harrow something, they want to build something, they want to hustle it out.
Mm-hmm.
We had worked out of social a co-working space. It was a different culture. We used to have beers after 6. In fact, sometimes before 6. We used to, if people used to come on Friday, we asked them, coffee, tea, beer, what do you want? And if there was somebody beer, I was a good guy to work with. So you know what I mean? So we were looking for attitude, passion, aggression, hustle that time. Now we're looking for more people with all this plus core skills. Our CFO brings in a core skill of finance.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing guy has studied finance. He knows finance. Marketing guy knows marketing. He has studied brands. He knows how to evolve. There's only, for me and Samir, uh, you know what you know and you don't know what you don't know. So I don't know what I don't know, right? And I don't want to even know what I don't know because it's difficult to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. I want to do what I know doing best and tying it back to the culture of hustle, tying it back to the culture of loving what you do. I don't like HR. I don't like admin. I don't like finance. I don't like logistics. I don't like uh, creating KRAs, KPIs. I don't like all this. So thankfully, we have people who are helping us build that. We have an HR team. We have a admin team now. We have all this. But to manage all of them also is something which I can't do. I can run a company from 0 to 1,000, but from 1,000 to 10,000 or 10,000 to 50,000, I
Mhm.
can't do it. I need help. And this, I'm not shy enough to asking for help. I need help. And that's where Vivek, I requested him to help me and Samir grow. And he agreed to help us grow because he fills in what we can't.
Right.
And I'm doing what I love doing, building brands, growing.
Yeah.
And he's helping me do other things apart from helping me also
Mhm.
be the brand and helping me in marketing and branding. So early hires were more on attitude. I still want all that, but
Yeah.
we also need specific jobs to be done now,
Right.
which is helping us take the next set of because we
Absolutely.
can't do everything with junior folks. We need senior folks also now.
Absolutely. I love that transition and the candidness in accepting that, okay, I'm good at my strengths, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to hire better people than me to build the entire organization in verticals that I may not be best at. So I think that's great. You can't have that ego that, okay, I'm not willing to let go. You have to, I think. That's a core takeaway for me from this one. Further, Aman, one thing that has successfully happened, and, all the headlines are out there that boat has scaled the fastest, perhaps one of the fastest growing brands in the country. And you've shown us how to build a 500 crore brand plus in a very short span of time. Can you help us with your core learnings for building at scale, right? Because a lot of people can get the product right, can get the brand right, but somehow वो scale नहीं आता. So if you can have reflect on any of your learnings for building at scale, that would be phenomenal.
That's a good point. On building for scale. Uh, I would say that if again going back to basics,
Mhm.
Yuvraj, I haven't studied marketing. I will not be able to give you a lot of gyan, which probably marketers can talk well.
Mhm.
I can't. I can talk basics.
Mhm.
Product, price, place, promotion. Simple.
Mhm.
अगर प्रोडक्ट अच्छा होगा तो आपको अच्छे से बेचना है, अच्छे से बेचने के लिए अच्छे मार्केटिंग करनी है, अच्छी मार्केटिंग के लिए अच्छी जगह पे बेचना है, जहाँ कंज्यूमर है वहां पे प्लेसमेंट करनी है और ऐसे ही आपका अच्छे प्राइस पे अगर प्रोडक्ट होगा तो बिकेगा. सिंपल बिजनेस.
Mhm.
आपका ये चीजें ठीक हुई, चारों चीजें ठीक हुई, इसके पीछे कैपिटल पहले होता था इंपॉर्टेंट. कैपिटल इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है क्योंकि अगर आपकी चक्री चलेगी ना तो कैपिटल आपको ढूंढ लेगा.
Mhm.
नाउ इन्वेस्टर्स लुक फॉर मी. अर्लियर आई यूज्ड टू गो एंड पिच. पैसे दे दो, पैसे दे दो, कोई नहीं देता था. अब चक्री चल गई तो इन्वेस्टर्स आर पिचिंग टू मी कि पैसे ले लो, पैसे ले लो.
Right.
सो अगर आप अच्छा, अगर बिल्डिंग फॉर स्केल में क्या है कि and you keep investing in all these things, you keep investing in getting product right, keep, because product is changing, right? If I say shampoo today, if I still make a chemical shampoo, nobody will buy. I need to have that no chemical, no NSG, no PSG, and no 100 other things, no toxins and vision and all that. I need,
Right.
if I don't, then I will not buy. So consumers change. If I'm
Mhm.
still selling wired headphones, who will buy me, right? I need to go wireless, right? I need to go to wireless. Change. Products should keep it. Product pricing should keep evolving. What is the right price? Maybe you are uncompetitive now. Maybe
Mhm.
your technology doesn't allow you to command a price.
Right.
Place. Earlier this was offline, then online came up, then D2C came up. Now social channel, social buying, video buying, social commerce,
Right.
evolving channels. Be there.
Mhm.
प्राइस हो गया, प्रोडक्ट हो गया,
Promotion.
प्रमोशन.
Mhm.
अब अगर आप अभी मैं टीवी ऐड करूंगा, मेरा कंज्यूमर मेरे को खरीदने वाला इंस्टाग्राम पे है और मैं टीवी ऐड कर रहा हूँ, मैं पागल हुआ ना. सो
हाँ.
बी वेयर योर कंज्यूमर इज. एट कंज्यूमर्स आर इवॉल्विंग. अब कंज्यूमर स्टोरी देखता है, पोस्ट नहीं देखता. आप पोस्ट बना रहे हो तो आप पागल हो. अगर आप रील नहीं बना रहे, जब वो रील पे आ गया आप रील नहीं बना रहे तो आप पागल हो. तो आपको मूव, यू हैव टू मूव विद द कंज्यूमर. सिंपल.
Mhm. Got it.
Consumers will change, product will change, pricing will change, competition will change, dynamics will change. Keep moving, keep adapting, keep eyes and ears open. Can't be complacent. Be
Perfect.
paranoid.
Perfect, perfect. No, I love that. Absolutely. I think keeping the basics alive is a common theme here. But one thing where, you stood out as well is not chase venture capital. You've also gone for venture debt in a couple of rounds,
Yeah.
right? So help us understand that in a world where founders, we don't see that many venture debt news, right? It's coming up now. A lot of founders are getting educated regarding it. But what was the rationale behind that decision and how did that come about? I think that'd be great to just understand from an education standpoint.
So venture capital was abundant, right? Uh,
Mhm.
but venture debt wasn't at one point of time, and
Uh-huh.
we were not wanting to dilute too much.
Mhm.
And हमें working capital के लिए चाहिए था because we had more orders than we could fulfill. So we wanted money for working capital. I think one should not dilute any money for working capital. If working capital, is the money will come back after 3 months, 6 months. So we were seeing a lot of founders. I still see a lot of founders being congratulated for raising money. I think, and there are other topics we can discuss this some other time. And I was talking to Shraddha of your story, and I was telling her that we should not congratulate because we should say all the best that you have raised. You
Mm.
know, all the best for your next journey.
Yeah.
Congratulations, yes, that you were able to convince somebody else with your to put his money behind you. But
Mhm.
all the best because it's not going to be an easy journey.
Yeah.
It's like marriage. Congratulations, but all the best.
Yeah.
Because you have to. So it's the same way. So venture debt helped us keep our dilution, our equity at stake. At bay. We did not dilute much.
Yeah.
Venture debt helped us tide through our moments when we needed that money,
Mhm.
and then we could dilute at a scale where we were a little much higher, and then we diluted at a much higher valuation.
Right.
So it felt nice that you know it was not easy also for us, to be frank.
Mhm.
Venture capital did not come easily to us
Yeah.
because of the past of the industry, and I was being judged by the sins of some other companies in the same
Yeah.
industry.
Got it. No, that's helpful to know and at least like understand that you have to like treat the capital as is, right? It's not free
Yeah,
money. It comes at the expense of diluting a lot
yeah.
of equity and all of the other nuances that go into it. So great to hear that. I have one last question on the company building journey, and then we can go on to the ending phases. But here is where some basics get skewed, wherein a lot of people, or you might think that should we go deep in a category or should we do more product launches? And as you expand the products to it, like is international expansion on the cards? And there have been talks about that earlier, and so many double-edged swords that exist. So what I want to understand from you, Aman, is how do you take those decisions which are for the larger term of the company in the short run, right? Like, do you go for a product expansion, a different category, or do you go for, let's say, go depth into the same category that you're already in? How do you take these decisions? Will be extremely interesting to hear.
That's also a good question, Yuvraj. So, for us, we live by hustle. You can see on my behind my
Yes.
screen also, hustle is critical for me. So you hustle it out, man. I was late in wearables. So there was one
Mhm.
Indian brand which started doing well. I was late,
Mhm.
and then it became a little difficult to take him out and sell more. It took us more time. I did
Mhm.
that, but I sold more. Now probably last 3 months I was number one. Out of 4 months, I was number one in wearables. I was not the first headphone brand. I was
Yeah.
probably the 200,
Yeah.
but you need to keep going on. If you don't want to, if it depends on your ambitions, if you're happy with one category, stay happy with that. You
Mm.
want to grow more,
Yeah.
add more categories. Jivraj was not happy and I was not giving him time for this interview. He ensured he got me because you were not content. You hustled your way
Yeah.
and you wanted more. You want more interviews, right?
Yeah.
It's your personality. It's
Yeah.
our personality to keep wanting more,
Yeah.
keep doing more.
Right.
करना क्या है, मजा आता है काम करने में यार, घर पे बैठ के मजा नहीं आता इतना जितना, you're here for a living. If you want to do that, I'm not saying no. I'm
Yeah,
not saying don't do what you're not, right? It's your wish, right? Some
yeah,
companies, some entrepreneurs want to sell it off and enjoy in Bahamas. Some people like Rishikesh more than Haridwar, or maybe both.
yeah,
It's you what you want to do.
absolutely.
Samira, I want to grow.
Yeah.
We are growing.
No, very true. I think it depends on choice and ambition, and that ambition is evident with both. But just one double clicking factor there, right? So when you are launching, what's the general strategy, right? Like how fast are decisions taken? Do you do a very secret launch first? Do you test it out to a couple beta users or then bring it out? Like if you could just give us a quick insight to how does a company at the scale of both launch new products? I think that'd be very, very interesting to hear from a audience standpoint.
Company like both, so we try to do a lot of products,
Mm-hmm.
but our product strategy changed over years. Earlier, we used to launch many products at the same year, but now, the trust of port is much higher where people don't want
Yeah.
to have bad products from us. So the the fact that now we have a brand and we can pull off more products because we don't experiment fast. Earlier, we used to do very fast experimentation. अच्छा है नहीं चला, next. अब क्या है ना कि अब नेक्स्ट करने का टाइम नहीं है, क्योंकि आप जो पहला लॉट लाओगे आपको पता है 15, 20, 30 हजार तो बिक जाएगा, तो आप लाओगे ही 50 हजार, क्योंकि आपको पता है वो 50 हजार लाने में ना, आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इट रॉन्ग बिकॉज
Yeah.
आई ऑलरेडी दैट consumer is buying me for the trust he has of me
Yeah.
and he's not buying for anything else. So I don't want to betray his trust by bringing bad products. So the product evolution is now we have to get good products because our brand is no longer a
Mhm.
small brand. A lot of challenger brands who are doing what we did 4 years back and they're evolving. But
Yeah.
we have to, as a leader brand, we have to also keep doing newer things, right?
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
sometimes some people say you should don't change too much because you should not change too much because something's working for you. Why do you change?
Mm.
But those are bets we take, right? Sometimes we will succeed, sometimes we will not.
Yeah.
Even a company like Apple starts a product and then closes it. I'm
Yeah.
sure they do research on what they want, right? Even the bigger car guys start cars and then they stop it. There's
Yeah.
so many companies who come to India or enter a market and then they withdraw after learning from
Yeah.
what went right or wrong. The banks, lately Citibank came into India, now they are going out of the
Yeah.
country. So many industries people get into and get out. So life is a risk, and keep taking risks. As
Absolutely.
a product strategy, we keep launching products, but we
Mhm.
launch it well now. Earlier we
Yeah.
used to do one product a month launch, but now
Got
we
it.
do one product a quarter.
Fair enough. Now that responsibility is there, like consumer is always first, and you have to take those risks. So those are great cues. Wonderful. I think this entire segment was great, Aman. I want to spend the next 10 minutes talking a bit more about you and understand, your thought process. The first question there, and these are questions I ask to almost all founders who are on this show. But the first question there is, Aman, if you had to categorically explain how you think and make decisions, like these could be personal decisions, work decisions. If you have any framework, right? One thing is sure that it's simple for you. You don't complicate it a lot. But if you had any other cues to add there, I think that'd be great to just understand how a founder thinks.
Founder thinks, this founder, Aman Gupta, co-founder, he thinks, and I've said it before, act rather than think.
Mhm.
Cry rather than cry, because you should not cry that you didn't do it. Maybe somebody else did it and you say, oh, that was my idea. So try it out, man. So
Yeah.
that I have cried because I had an idea, but then somebody else did that and he was successful, and I said, oh shit, I should have done it. So but better to try rather than cry. So then now I don't cry, I just try, and I don't mind failing.
Mhm.
uh yeah. As a founder, you have to do 100 other things.
Mhm.
People expect you to know everything. You should be humble enough to say you don't know.
Mhm.
Once you start becoming successful, people expect you to know it all.
Yeah.
which is also true, but you don't, you should, if you know it all, you're God, or you're like a man of God, or you're Rajnikant, that you can do it all. But I don't know it all as a founder. I
Mm.
don't mind asking for people's help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind having a reporting boss to me.
Mm.
I don't mind having investors question me. I
Mm.
don't mind having my customers challenging me to bring my next product.
Mm.
I love challenges. I want to take them and I want to give it back to the society by helping entrepreneurs grow. I have made a lot of mistakes which they can learn from. And I
Mm.
keep talking to people like you to spread the message of, apart from doing my daily job
Yeah.
of selling both by helping entrepreneurs think big, dream big, keeping it simple,
Yeah. That's
and
awesome.
enjoy what you're doing, man.
That's awesome. I think that those are wonderful words. I think very, very pivotal, and I think very, very streamlined. And thanks again for like spending time on this and doing all the other talks that you do. But on the second part, like this is one interesting thing that I've observed, that companies grow by miles, right? Both the brand, the company is grown 1000x, right? How do you as a founder keep up with that pace, and how have you evolved from what Aman was perhaps when both started and what Aman is right now? If you can tell us that, that would be very, very interesting.
So, Aman, there's some things which have changed and some things which have not changed. Uh, the Aman in me was impatient earlier,
Mhm.
and I'm impatient till now. Yeah, we were frugal from, so I'm sorry about this, things which are still same. There was frugality in my nature, which still is there now, till now. I like to spend but not waste. We still do that. Things which have changed is that, I thought everything can be done uh, by junior folks, but I think you need smarter people to do smarter things, which I've realized after growing up that, we should have hired more people to
Mhm.
handle an organization of this scale. And not having the right team also is a big problem
Mhm.
for us. And, that's something which has changed. That now we've started thinking a little bigger.
Mhm.
Kaval made us think, he used to change our goalposts. He said, I want to build a 500 crore brand. We did it. He said, I want to build a 1,000 crore brand. We were the first ones in his portfolio who did it. Now he says, I want to have a 5,000 crore brand. So we are working for him to help him make a 5,000 crore brand for him.
Yeah.
So we started thinking bigger. We started thinking larger. We stopped thinking at a micro level. We started thinking more at a macro level.
Mhm.
Daman and me has become aware of, just to be frank, I was never into charity. I was never, helping others because I was too engrossed in my own life and I needed help. Then how could I help others?
Yeah.
But Aman now can help others. I am in a position to help others. We
Mhm.
started doing some good CSR activities. We want to do it. I have personally started helping startups, founders. So the Aman in me wants to, the new Aman wants to do all this. The old Aman wanted help. The new Aman wants help plus also can help.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't
No,
know
that,
if that was the answer.
no, that's very, very candid, and I love that evolution. I think just to know that the ambitions have become larger, and it's just like you're still like at the core of it the same, right? That's just because you've
Yeah.
tasted success in the, again, general sense of it, doesn't mean you'll start spending and not being frugal and all of that. I think that was very refreshing to hear, and the changes were also very, very refreshing. I think I have my second last question for this is, how do all of the external validations impact you, and what keeps you going at the core, right? So it's one thing now, like again, I can not stress enough on how much of a success boat is now considered in the ecosystem, right? And there have been awards, everything follows, and that's great validation. How does that impact you, and what is your core motivation to keep building? I think that would be lovely to hear.
I think I learned this from Samir, my co-founder, and my wife, Priya. I'm very erratic. I am like this, and both of them are stable people in life, right? So my wife is also very, sorted on the ground, and is like, uh, always here. Even Samir is. So I think they were able to keep me under control uh, as a person. And external validation क्या है ना, जो चढ़ता है, एक बचपन में एक सेइंग होती थी ना, जो चढ़ता है वही गिरता है, और चढ़ने वाले को सलाम करते हैं, उतरने वाले को गाली देते हैं, कैसा ना कुछ डायलॉग होते थे, राइट? तो क्या है ना, मेरे को हमेशा ना लगता है कि there might be lows. I hope it doesn't come to us, but they will be, right? And we should not forget who we are, who we were, and we should not let that success go to our head. A lot of founders start getting egos, once they start doing well. One should not. Well, people after their first funding become the gurus of startup world. There is a new house of brands concept which has come up, and they have already raised millions of dollars, and suddenly they are the new gurus of D2C who are now giving gyan on D2C just because they've raised millions of dollars. They are supposed to be the D2C kings. Market glorifies funding, unfortunately. Market should glorify Girish, Freshworks. Oh, what amazing job he did. Market should not glorify stories. Market should not glorify artificial stories. There was a company, e-commerce company, and I saw they got the best startup award 1 year, 5, 6, 7 years back, and three years back they got the best uh, comeback kid also, right? So market, people who talk well, market is, market क्या है ना, जो market will glorify them, whether it's media, whether it's consumer, whether it's entrepreneurs. I'm not saying there is bad in that, but I think we should keep our head. And I like to believe that, for me, publicity will come. You can even buy publicity, right? Publicity will come if you do well, but same publicity will come if you don't do well. So keep doing what you're doing, so that, and do it well.
Yeah.
Do it with the cause. Do it with the right intentions. Yeah. I never liked press, talking to consumer press, or in shows. Uh, but I see a lot of founders who suddenly start doing that even from day zero. अरे भाई पहले business बना लो, धंधा बना लो, अपना कुछ कर लो, बाद में कर लेना, बहुत opportunity आएगी. ऐसी opportunity आएगी कि, people will be after you to give you, take your time.
Yeah.
So better to build that up rather than doing it when you're supposed to focus on building what you started doing.
Absolutely. That is amazing to hear, Aman. I think those are some very core lessons that can be very helpful, because externally there can be a lot, but what matters is what's internally there. What are you actually creating? I think somebody said that chase value, not valuations, and that kind of sums it up in a very wonderful manner. For the final question, Aman, and this has been truly spectacular. I have a rather stereotypical one, but if you had to summarize all of your founder learnings in, let's say, 3 to 5 points, right? And especially do nots, right? Because the right things can vary, but do nots are kind of common in most journeys. So if you can mention 3 to 5 do nots that have worked for you, red flags that you think early stage founders can avoid, I think that would be wonderful as a conclusion to this conversation.
A lot of points which we already discussed, as you rightly said. Valuation के पीछे मत भागो. It's no point. And In a D2C, you have to do a lot of things: logistics, operations, finance, marketing, product. Um,
Mhm.
you can't do everything. Do what you're good at. Hire people who can help you in other things,
Mhm.
and do not dilute much.
Mhm.
You're not working for the investors. You're working for yourself.
Mhm.
So there are more angels than startups today. So if you do the right thing, the angels will find you. They will the VCs will find you. So do not run after them. You know, it's it's sexy to be funded as today. Everybody wants. It's good to be good. Celebration is important. But that's not your end goal. So if your consumer is happy, you will be happy because then the money will follow you. That's what has happened to us, and I hope that happens to us, all of them.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much, Aman, for that. I think all of this has been very, very helpful. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you did as well. Thank you so much for
I
your
did. Thank you, man. Take care.